Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. O'Keefe. How are you? Hope you guys are enjoying your day off. I had a lot of very interesting workshops that I went to. One of them was just different ways to do some stuff online that I think you'll enjoy. So I'm going to have to play around with that and see how that goes. And the other one was just doing some different STEM activities. So hopefully when we get back into the classroom, we can definitely start working on that. So here are your answers for the topic 3 review. Again, I said I was going to give you the video so that way you guys could go ahead and, really take the time to check your answers, stop the video as needed. And then obviously tomorrow before we start taking the test, we'll go over any questions that you had. So that way, if you, are unsure about how you did on something, we can go through that. All right. So here you can see all of the questions. I know that both classes, we were able to go through questions 1 through 5 on page 119, both parts A and B. So here are the answers again. So just so you can double check that. And if you have any questions, we'll go through it. I think in my morning class, we were able to go over page 120. I don't think we got that far with the afternoon class. So here are the answers for page 120. Just really quickly for question number 6, it just says, show all the different ways that you can show this problem. So that's basically, showing me that you know all of the different strategies that we used. So the first strategy is definitely breaking it apart, but simply breaking it apart by expanded form. So 1,000 plus 200 plus 30 plus 5. That's how I have 9 times 1,000 plus 200 plus 30 plus 5. The next one is really using expanded algorithm or the partial products, where we would do 9 times 5, 9 times 30, 9 times 200, 9 times 100. So that's where that comes in. And then the third way is the standard algorithm, 9 times 1,235. Question number 7 says draw a model. Here they use an array. You can absolutely have drawn an area model. So, you would draw a square, break it up into 3 parts, 3 on the outside, 300 on the top, 60 on the top, 5 with its partial product. And then obviously multiplying it correctly, 1,095. The next one, select all the expressions that have a product of 640. So basically you have to go through all of these and determine which one of them is going to have an answer or product of 640. So, if you don't do it correctly, then you may get that answer. So that's why it's super duper important to make sure that you answer everything as accurately as you possibly can. So these are the only 2 answers that when you multiply them will give you 640. For question 9, it is part A and B. You did need to use the table. Here are the types of hot drinks and the number of how many are sold. So the first one just says, if the same number of cups of coffee were sold for 6 weeks, 835, that's 1 week, right? 1 week, 835 cups of coffee. How much would they sell? So it doesn't say it on here, but the number or expression that you need to write would be 835 times 6, and that would get you 5,010. The next question says the special drink of the month was an iced mocha. So the shop sold 5 times as many iced mochas in 1 week as hot mochas. So that's the first part of the problem. Hot mochas was 200. So if it sold 5 times as many, that's how I got 200, which was the hot mochas. 5 times as many times 5 would give you 1,000. But it goes on to say how many more iced mochas were sold than hot mochas. So we took that 1,000, which would be for the 4 weeks, right? 4 weeks. So 1,000 minus 200 would be 800. So that just gives us for 1 week. But now we need to multiply it by 4. 800 times 4 is 3,200. So again, it's step by step. You need to first find out how many ice mochas there would be. So we know that there's 200 hot. So it's 5 times as much. That gives us 1,000. Now we want to know how many more ice mochas were sold than hot mochas in 4 weeks. Well, we have to find out how much it is for 1 week. So if 1,000 cold mochas or ice mochas are sold in 1 week, we would subtract the 200 hot mochas, and that gives us 800. And then we want to know it for 4 weeks, so 3,200. So that's definitely a very multi-step problem there. And honestly, it's every skill that we've been doing. This is multiplying by multiples of 100. This is simple subtraction. And then again, multiples of 10, 100, 1,000. Next page. Here we have the answers for, oops, sorry. It's not cooperating right now. Let me see if I can get it to move down. Nope. Oh, here we go. All right, so here are the questions for the next 2 pages. So page 121, here are your answers. Tickets for a resort cost $1,182 each for adults and $459 each for children. So one adult would cost $1,182. One child would cost $459. Find the cost for 3 adults and 3 children and explain what you did. Well, this is just one way they did it. They went ahead and estimated. The final answer is $4,923. So you could have went ahead and said, okay, 1,182, I need 3 of them. I'll multiply that and get an answer. 459 times 3, I'll multiply that and get an answer, and then add them together. So what they did is they estimated one adult ticket is about $1,000 and one child's ticket is about $500. So they figured it out that way, and then they asked if it was reasonable. So here, if you found the actual answer, ultimately you need to then tell me whether it's a reasonable answer based on what you did. So did you use compensation? Did you just estimate? Any one would work there. Again, I would probably venture to say that on our tests, because they're online, you're not going to be doing a lot of explaining. So whatever process works best for you to solve it is going to be okay. Number 11, which expression has the same value as 5 times 617? So again, using the distributive property, breaking it apart into expanded form. Choice D. Number 12, which of the following is equivalent to 400 times 3 plus 36 times 3? So what do they have? 436, bam, times 33. It wouldn't be dividing. It wouldn't be 400 times 10, right? Because we have 36 here, we have a 3. And then obviously we're not just adding 36 there. So this kind of question really is, do you understand the topic? Do you understand how we use different properties and different forms and strategies to multiply? Question 13, find 3 times 312, draw a bar diagram or bar model. So 3 times 313, here's 3 of them, 312 times 3. Obviously, you would need to do a little scrap work on the side, but the final answer would be 936. Bee's Bakery bakes 215 cookies and 45 muffins every hour. How many baked goods are baked in 4 hours? So in order to do that, obviously, you'd have to find out cookies and muffins together and then multiply it by 4 to get that answer. Number 15, write and solve an equation that represents the given bar diagram. So what do they have here? They have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 48s. So 4 times 48 is B, and B is 192. Which of the following is equivalent to 8 times 493? This is just like the question that we had on the first page. So again, looking through which different forms and strategies would we use? So here we have the expanded form, here we have the standard algorithm, and here we have the distributive property or break apart. Number 17, Mr. Luca would like to purchase a digital keyboard for each of his 3 nieces and 1 nephew. The keyboard costs $105. Mr. Luca thinks the total cost should be about $200. Is this amount reasonable? Explain. Nope. 4 times 105 is about 4 times 100, so we know that it's going to be at least $400. So since $400 is nowhere near $200, it is not going to be a reasonable answer. Write and solve an equation to find the total cost of the keyboards. Explain. So here, instead of estimating, they actually found the answer. So 4 times 105